second.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and here's Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
They look to throw. It's Lock. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Third and 2, now Lawrence.
Jones has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Now a give, right side. Robinson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
That's out quickly to Chenault.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second and goal, Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third and goal, Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal of 21-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Locke. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
47 to Mike, boys, 47. Check, 47. Watch the run.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Right side, it's Manhertz, the tight end. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lambo is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And the tackle made by Andrew Wingard.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Block now to throw.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third and 2, Locke's going to throw.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw it is Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 8 coming up. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Locke going to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert O, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now McManus for the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218, jump it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. In on the stop there, Alexander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
That's good for a Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go, 70, Indy. Here we go. 45, Mike, 45.
Lawrence will throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Recon, 132 fighter. Tackles. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. And let's pin them in. Hey, 2. 47's the Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Lawrence going to throw again. A gain of just a yard. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They look to throw. It's Locke. That's complete. Okule-Bunam. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Now Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They run. Robinson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 64. Ball.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Manhertz there to make the grab. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Locke going to try and throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's caught by Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. And Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Now Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
They'll run with ETN.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
Caught on the the right side by Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Shark's got it left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. To get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit. But I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Saxonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Lock. And the most curious way to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much. I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hey, lock it.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Come on, set. 60 out, dog.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's complete to Robinson. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now. It's Robinson, and this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Lawrence will throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lawrence to Shark. First down, Jacksonville. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for, and it's third down. to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lambo will put this one through.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. That could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd down and 3.
Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. They find some open field here. Uses the stiff arm. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, left side. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gordon.
Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. They've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.